Hello everybody, and hello to my subscribers. I've been promising an update for some time, so I just thought I would put something out for you. I'm at a point right now where I'm very pleased. We're finally on the last piece of cardboard, which is going to be this guy right here. And so to kind of explain what I'm doing, I'm trying to do the entire body in flat pieces. Everything you see is flat, thin, and then you can put a little bit of curve to it when you mount it or whatever, but there's no machining or bending or folding, shaping involved. Those are all just flat pieces of cardboard. And eventually, one by one, I'm going to come back and replace those with aluminum. Here's one of the very first parts we did. We just started with the aluminum, but you can already see it needs so many changes, and we got little notes and updates and things. We should have just done it in cardboard the first time, the second time, the third time, and then once we get something perfected and figured out, then finally make the aluminum. So I'll give you an example of something I think is perfected, which is this back piece here. And the reason I say perfected, I'm happy with it. It works. We have it in the computer. It has a part number. And so I know it's honestly in this shop only a matter of minutes to turn that piece of cardboard into a piece of aluminum. And once we're at that point, it's not really a priority anymore. Not until we have all the parts figured out. So out of the parts you see here, some, maybe more than half, do have part numbers, which means those are in the computer, and we can just load it up into the plasma cutter and load some thin aluminum material in there, and literally within minutes we'll have the aluminum parts. But I've just been struggling with trying to get to almost the final pattern on everything. So you can see there's a weird spot in the body line right here. So this pattern's going to get updated a little bit. It'll get changed to bring that body line into a nice straight line and meet at the very nose right there. Then we're going to redo this piece. First we'll do it in cardboard, but we're going to trim this piece down a little bit. And then I'm actually going to get rid of that aluminum and mock up a cardboard piece here that I can get in the computer. It's so important to have the cardboard in the computer, and when I say that, a CAD full-scale drawing, because then we can easily come over here to the laser and load up a big giant piece of cardboard, and 2 minutes later we have our part. We can try the part and fit it, make any necessary adjustments to the CAD drawing, and then a minute later go over there and cut another part until we finally get a piece, or I should say a pattern that we're happy with. We think that's the final pattern. Here's an example. And once we have the final pattern, we just move on to the next piece of cardboard. After every single piece of cardboard is perfected and it's a CAD drawing, and we've gone through different iterations, adjusting measurements, even this one here, there's all kinds of notes on here on some changes that need to be made. Here's some notes here. So anything with a note on it, obviously that's not ready to go. And the final last piece of cardboard I'm finally working on is this front end, this darn thing here. And hopefully we'll have this wrapped up tonight. But you can see I have a piece mocked up on there. And now I come in, make my notes for what I want to change. This particular piece is not in the computer yet. So I'm going to take the pattern that we have here. It's starting to get close. And I'm going to do a CAD drawing for this pattern. Then I will go into the CAD drawing and make the changes I've noted we want to make. Then I'm going to load up a piece of cardboard into the laser, and we'll cut it with a laser. If the laser cut cardboard fits correctly and looks the way we want to look, then we'll put a part number on it and put it on the list of parts to cut out of aluminum. So I'm really happy because I just hesitated and waited and waited. I just couldn't figure out what to do with the front end. So I'm at a point where I'm okay with it. I'm going to drop the nose opening here down a little bit, make some changes in here. I'm okay with it. Now I need to get that all in the computer, and I need to start doing some aluminum for the parts that we have part numbers for. But I'm pretty happy. I think I'm at the end of the cardboard with this piece right here. And I say the end of the cardboard, honestly, this is only half of it. So the left side and the right side are an exact mirror image of each other right along that line right there. All I need is the patterns for this side. I don't even need to do the other side. The other side we can go straight to aluminum. So since you can't tell, but only half of the body is there. See that right down the middle? And see the bike inside there. No body on this side at all. The landing gear hanging out, compressor and all that kind of stuff. But when we come over here, we have exactly half of the body mocked up, and we're just finishing that front end tonight. So another thing I've been working on recently and trying to finally get this going, I'm making what I'm hoping is going to be mold for the windshield, or windscreen, I should say. I'm not unhappy with what I have so far. It's not quite done. Right down that center line, all I care about right now is just doing this half. The other half looks terrible. It needs a lot of work. But once I have this half done, maybe I'm going to get these in the computer, or I'm going to make some sort of guides or patterns or something so that I can mirror that same sculpture, mirror it along this line and make the left side come out the same as the right side, exactly, or the best I can do. So there's a few ways, and we'll talk about this later, but there's a few ways to make the windshield. A couple different ways using a mold, probably that starts similar to this. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to end up, though. I do have a separate steel frame for the windscreen that can come out of there. So I could unbolt that steel frame with the foam in there and just take it to aircraft canopy guy and let them figure it out. They'll know what to do. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I wish I had more progress for you, but honestly, getting this last piece of cardboard done is really motivating. Now I'm going to come in and get these few pieces in the computer that are not in there, get a nice, pristine, clean cardboard on there, get a part number on the darn thing, and then I think we're ready to start on the aluminum. And frankly, it's not going to be that big of a deal with these in the computer. I have material, a laser right there, a plasma right there. I mean, I should be able to knock this body out in a day or two, but time will tell. That means I need a day or two to work on it, but that never happens. One last thing I want to mention, you see the Claycos. These are all temporary. A lot of people ask me what those are. That's basically just a temporary rivet. Because the cardboard's coming on and off, eventually we're going to put the aluminum on there, and then some of the aluminum might come on and off. But once we figure that everything is where we want it, these are going to come out, and one by one, a brand new pretty rivet's going to go in there. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm going to try to do a little bit better, getting an update sooner. And I really appreciate the subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Bye.